Hey team, welcome to session 2 of our new 4-week block. So what we've got in today's session is single leg deadlifts, pullovers, a lying leg curl, either single or double leg, swimmers and kettlebell swings. Now, if you don't have access to equipment, I'm going to give you a few options for what you can do at home to substitute for these exercises, but we should be pretty good with or without equipment. So let's get started. And what we're doing, so we're same format again, stick with the same exercise for 4 rounds. If you don't like this method, don't stress, go through all 5 exercises 4 times. Either way, you're still going to get benefit, just a different style of training. And 40 seconds on, 20 seconds of rest, and then if you don't have access to a timer at home, so if you're not watching these videos and doing it in the same timing as the video, if you don't want to use a timer, we're going to aim for 12 reps each round. So 12 reps, 4 rounds on each exercise. Okay? Clear as mud. Let's get started. So I've got the timer set up, and we're starting with single leg deadlifts. So if you're at home and you don't have anywhere to pop your foot up on a bench or a step, what you can do is kickstand one foot back. So I'm going to kickstand this left leg back. Hardly any weight is in the toe, and we're pushing forward using the hamstring in the right leg. Okay, same will go when we swap feet over. Kickstand back, no pressure in this toe. Sinking forward and back up. All right, so here we go. The timer's going to beep. We're setting up either legs up on top or kickstand, hinging forward and up. Good. So we want all the focus to be in the leg that's on the floor. Not rushing these. Focusing on hinging forward and then using the hamstring to pull you back up. So you're pushing your hips and your butt back to touch the wall behind you, taking your chest towards the floor and creating a long straight back. We're going to swap legs. So that leg that was up comes down onto the floor, and then other foot is elevated or kickstand back. Yeah, good job, guys. Nice and steady. Looking for that long straight back at the bottom. Building stability. Our long straight back lets us lengthen through our hamstring and our glute muscle. Build stability in our ankle, knee, and hip. Rest. Shake the legs out. We've got 2 more rounds of that to go. So you're back to your first leg. Up on the riser. Weights or no weights, that's entirely up to you. But I want you to focus on a long, straight back at the bottom. If you do these in front of a mirror, what we don't want to see is rounding like this. Straight back, driving your hips and your bum backwards. Good. Ooh, feel that in my butt already. We're building strong posterior chain muscles. These are all muscles that help us move forward. So any forward motion is coming from these big muscles in the back of our body. The cow is quite hilly, so you think about every time you're walking up a hill, how much you're using your glutes, your hamstrings, and your calf muscles. If your goal is to run faster, posterior chain muscles, so hamstrings and glutes, are a major playing factor in that as well. So we've got a minute's rest before we move into a pullover. So I'm going to be doing these from the floor. If you've got a bench at home, you can do them from off a bench, but I'll demo from the floor for today. So a dumbbell or something that you can hold at home. You'll be laying on your back and we're flattening the back towards the floor. So you want to think about tilting your pelvis backwards or tucking your pelvis underneath. Both hands grip our dumbbell or whatever it is you've got hold of. And then we're lengthening overhead and then back up. If you have a stretchy band at home, so one of these or a little booty band or something, you can do the same thing. Create tension on the band, lengthen overhead, and then pulling back up over your chest. You could also do this with a towel or a shirt. You're just creating tension in the muscles to lengthen overhead and big pull back up. Good job, guys. So again, nice and steady. Rest. Okay, so I'm going back to the dumbbell. So I gave you an example with a band. We'll go with the dumbbell for this round. I like my knees bent and feet flat on the floor because it helps me tuck my pelvis underneath. We want to breathe in as you lengthen overhead and breathe out to bring the dumbbell back out up. So we've got about a 3-second count to lower and then big strong pull back up over the center of your chest. Good job, guys. Nice and controlled. And rest. So you may feel this also in the top part of your abs, up in underneath your rib cage. That's from that big lengthen overhead. What we also want to try and do as we're lengthening overhead is keeping our ribs down. So we're not pushing the rib cage up, which happens when we lift our lower back off the ground or off the bench. Keep the lower back in contact with the floor, and that will help you not flare your ribs. And rest. We've got one more round of these left to go. I'm going to try a little bit heavier for round 4. Setting up, swap the hands over if you've got a dumbbell as to which hand is leading overhead. Well done. Remember, focus on not rushing this exercise. We want to feel that one through the upper body. Using the muscles in our back to help us pull up. And also your triceps. So this is a great one for the back of your arms as well. Done. Good job, guys. We've got another minute's rest. And we're moving into a lying leg curl. So we have a few options with this one. What I've got here is a yellow band looped around my pole, or we have the option of a dumbbell if you've got a dumbbell at home, access to a dumbbell at home. So with the dumbbell, you'll be lying face down, using the yoga block as a bit of a pillow. You're going to hook your feet around the dumbbell, and then we're squeezing up and gently back out. If you don't have access to a dumbbell, we're using the band around the pole, loop it around your foot, and we have single leg curls. So squeezing back and then gently down. Good, good. That's it. So you want to keep your hips driving into the mat. Hook it around your foot so it's not going to slip off, which I didn't do a very good job of. You may have to do a little twist to lock it on, that's better. So similar to the pullovers, where we have a nice strong pull up, but you're resisting that urge to snap back. Rest. Okay, I'll go back to the dumbbell again for this next round. Just showing you guys a couple of different options for at home. Make sure you've got hold of it with your feet. Squeeze up and then gently down. Good, good team. And rest. We've got one more round left to go. So we can go single or double leg. Got that nice big squeeze into the hamstring muscle and also the butt. Done. Whew. We've got 2 exercises left to go. So exercise number 4 in this circuit is what's called a swimmer. So we're laying face down. So you may want, if you've got a yoga block at home, roll a towel up, a jumper, a pillow, whatever you've got, just to prop your forehead on. Now with a swimmer, we're lifting opposite arm and opposite leg. So we lift up and then the other side. On a bad angle here. So we lay with arms out in front, legs lengthened right out behind you. Opposite arm, opposite leg up. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Okay? Here we go, round 1. What we want to be doing is squeezing the glutes to help us lift the foot off the floor. We're not bending the knee. You're lifting from the hip and from the glute. So really using your bum and your hip to lift the leg off the ground. Rest. Whew. Again, not rushing this one. There's a slight pause at the top, 2 to 3 seconds that you want to hold up before releasing and coming back through to the other side. This is the opposite of our dead bugs. So we think about a dead bug. When you're lying on your back, uses more of your frontal core muscles. This is using more of those posterior chain muscles. So we're strengthening up through our back, improving posture, rest, improving posture, and hopefully relieving or strengthening, I should say, into our lower back muscles. We've got 2 more of these to go. We'll sit team nice and steady. So what you can do if you need to make this more challenging at home is if you've got ankle weights, you can add some ankle weights. But I'm already noticing for myself that I've got some issues with this right hip and right glute. So I've found myself something that I need to work on is this right hand side. Much easier to lift my left foot off the floor than it is my right. And it's very important to use your glute to lift and not your lower back. So we're not looking for height here. It's about engagement through the glutes. Done. Lastly, it's a little bit of a cardio block. We're finishing session number 2, exercise 5, is a kettlebell swing. So we're looking to get huffy puffy in this. Now I know not all of you have got access to a kettlebell. If you can, use a dumbbell to swing. So you can hold onto the ends of your dumbbell. And we're swinging through the legs and big lift up. Okay, if you have no equipment at all, what we're going to do is a shuffle from side to side, like a 3-step shuffle. So we've got 1, 2, 3, tap. Or it's more like 2 steps, okay? So kettlebell swing, dumbbell swing, or the shuffle. So we're looking for heart rate up, but we're also using our legs as we squat down to tap the floor in this one. Good. Again, bending through the knees. You're not just tipping forward to tap the floor. We want to squat. Rest. Round number 2, I'm going to move to the kettlebell. If you don't have a kettlebell at home, stick with that shuffle. Okay, so feet just outside hip width. Hinging forward. Oops. And then just like a pendulum, that kettlebell swings. We want to use the muscles in the back of the body. So think about your butt and the back of your legs to help you push it up. That's it. So if you want to practice your kettlebell swing, rest. Think about those deadlifts that we did at the start, where you're coming down, pushing those hips back. So all your power is coming from this region here, hips and glutes. We push back, big lift up. So it's not really using your arms. All that powerhouse is coming from here. Oops, I missed the beeper. And rest. We've got one more of those to go. Well done, guys. So whether you're on the shuffle or the kettlebell swing, you're doing really well. Here we go. Last 40 seconds of work for session 2. 1. Done. Oh, okay. That definitely got my heart rate up to finish session 2. Whew. Well done, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll get session 3 filmed as soon as I can and popped up in the group as well. So you want to aim to do session 1, 2, and 3, so 3 days a week on these sessions, plus you're walking, if you're walking or riding, whatever, but just maintaining that physical movement side of things. Even pop in a couple of yoga sessions there in between each week will be really good too. Sorry guys, the kettlebell swings really took it out of me. Yeah, anyway, let me know what you think. And remember, if you don't want to keep watching these videos and hearing me yabber on, 12 reps or set your timer up. 12 reps, 4 rounds, and 5 exercises, and then you're done. Well done, guys. I'll chat to you soon. Bye.